It really is amazing how far we've come as a country, what we have allowed to happen to this nation. It is amazing how brainwashed the average American is. It doesn't matter right, left, you all are brainwashed. And it is amazing how so many don't even see it. You know, taxes are the biggest form that you don't even recognize that has you brainwashed. This idea that everyone needs to be taxed is a complete joke. This nation used to be 100% funded by tariffs. We didn't have any type of taxes until 1912, 1914. The federal government used to be funded by tariffs, and we were still the richest, most powerful nation on the planet. Taxes are the biggest form of control, are the biggest way governments control their people. That is why we didn't have taxes. That's why it's in the Constitution. But we've allowed this to happen. We've allowed the government to take this kind of power from us. When we allow them to tax us this way, it is giving up our freedom. It is giving the power to psychopaths. Because let's be real, the majority of people in government are straight psychopaths. They put on an act, and they are psychopaths. They get off on seeing the pain and suffering they cause. They may pretend like they care about you, but 80-90% of them don't. They are actors. And it's amazing how many people don't see this. How many people just go along with the status quo. I mean, think about if they didn't take the money out of your check every month or every week when you get paid. Let's say you got your check, you went down to the bank, cashed it, and then from the bank you had to walk next door to the IRS and hand the IRS half of that cash that you just cashed out of your paycheck. You would never do it. Nobody would do it. There would have been an uprising decades ago. That is why they take it directly out of your check, because it's out of sight, out of mind. It is amazing how nobody recognizes or sees this and allows it just to keep happening, allows their taxes to keep going up. And then people seem to get this idea in their head when they see different programs that help people out, like they're such a good thing, like they're helping their fellow Americans, their fellow man out, when in all reality all they're doing is taking the money from you and then giving you breadcrumbs back in return. Whenever you get let's say you end up getting welfare once or twice in your life, that's all that's happened. You think it's such a good thing, like it's such a big help, but in all reality, you've paid 100 times more than that in taxes over the years. The government has taken thousands upon thousands, possibly millions of dollars from you over the course of your life. And then every now and then, if you need a little assistance, a little help, they'll give you a few breadcrumbs, a few pennies back out of what you've paid in taxes, as a way of pretending like they're doing something for you, as another form of brainwashing and control over you. It is truly amazing how nobody sees this, and how we allow it to continue going on. And it's funny because you look at what Trump is doing right now with the tariffs, talking about giving people back money from these tariffs. He is doing this to try and wake you up, to try and make you realize, hey, we do not need taxes. Because it is much easier for him to take that money he's getting from the tariffs and give it back to the people in the form of stimulus or refunds or whatever, than it is to end taxes completely. Because in order to end taxes, it would take the House, the Senate, it would take major votes that right now would not happen. But if he can show the American people that we don't need those taxes and that we can fund the federal government 100% by tariffs and get enough Americans on the phone calling their congressman, their senator, and telling them, hey, no more, vote against the taxes, let's do away with the IRS. After so many phone calls, they're going to do what the American people want. We have the power in numbers. They just make you think we don't, because you've been so brainwashed and controlled over the years.